Ashley and welcome to my cooking show. Today I'll be making a peanut butter cheesecake. Unfortunately, I only have a 1/4 cup and a half teaspoon as measurements because my brothers didn't do dishes. So I'll have to convert my recipe into 1/4 cup and half teaspoon measurements. Also, my recipe is too large. The recipe calls for a 21-inch pan, but my family will only need a 7-inch pan. Therefore, I'll have to reduce all ingredients by 2/3. The first step is to make the crust. The crust calls for 1 1/2 cups of peanut butter cookies in our reduced recipe. This will equal 6 of my 1/4 measuring cups I have. I put the cookies in the food processor to crush. I'm going to show you how I reduce my recipe. I have 1 1/2 cups of cookies and my measuring tool I have is a 1/4. So there's 4 parts in a cup. So we're going to times this by 4/1, and that pretty much is timesing it by 4. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. So that equals 1. That's one of our cups. And now we need the half, so we're going to do 1/4 plus 1/4, which equals 2/4, and 2/4 equals half. So, since that equals half, we now have 1 1/2 cups. So there's 6 1/4 cups and a half. The crust also calls for 3 tablespoons of melted butter, which is equal to 18.5 teaspoons. I will combine this in my food processor. So my normal recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of butter, and 1 tablespoon equals 6 half teaspoons. So since 1 tablespoon equals 6 half teaspoons, and we need 3 tablespoons, we're going to do 6/1 times 3/1. 6 times 3 is 18/1, and anything over 1 equals that whole number, so it's going to be 18. So 3 tablespoons equals 18.5 teaspoons. So I press some of the crust up on the sides, and I'm also going to start to pat it down and make it smooth. And if you don't have a flat utensil, you can also use a spoon. Now that my crust is done, I'm going to refrigerate it while I make the cheesecake batter with my mixer. To start off the cheesecake batter, I will be smoothing out 8 1/4 cups of cream cheese into my mixer until it has no lumps. My normal recipe calls for 2 cups of cream cheese, and 4 1/4 cups equals 1 cup. So, since 4 1/4 cups equals 1, we're going to do 4 times 2 because we want to double that to get a cup. And 4 times 2 is 8. So this will be 2 cups equals 8 1/4 cups. Remember, every once in a while you want to scrape the paddle off and the bowl. Now since my cream cheese is all smooth without any lumps, I will start adding in my 64.5 teaspoons of sugar while my mixer is mixing. Okay, so my normal recipe calls for 2/3 cups of sugar. 1/3 cup equals 16 teaspoons, and my measurement I have is a half teaspoon. So since 1/3 cup equals 16, we're going to do 16 times 2 to get it 2/3 cups. 16 times 2 is 32, and since we have half teaspoon, we're going to do 32 times 2, which equals 64. So 2/3 cups equals 64 half teaspoons. Now that my cream cheese and sugar is mixed together, I will add in my 2 eggs one at a time, and I will mix this until it's evenly distributed in the batter. Now I can remove 4 1/4 cups of the batter into my bowl. I'm going to add 1/4 cup of peanut butter to the bowl, and I'm going to mix this until it's well combined. And after I'm done mixing, I'm going to set this aside. Now I'm going to pour my regular cream cheese batter into my pan with my cookie crust. Now that I have my regular cream cheese batter in the pan, I'm going to start adding in my peanut butter batter. I will spread this evenly over the regular batter. Now I'm going to cover this up with aluminum foil, and this aluminum foil is greased. And make sure you cover it very tightly. And don't push down into the cheesecake because then it will get ruined. Since my cheesecake is now done being prepared, I'm going to start preparing my pressure cooker. This is my pressure cooker that I will be cooking my cheesecake in. I've already set the rack in it, as you can see. I'm going to be adding 8 1/4 cups of water into my pressure cooker. This will equal 2 cups of water. I made this sling out of aluminum foil so it'll be easy to take it out of the pressure cooker when it's done. So I'm just going to pick it up and place my cheesecake into the pressure cooker. Now I'm going to close my pressure cooker. Now I'm going to seal it. And to set our time, you're going to want to hit chicken meat once, and then you're going to set it to however long you need to. Mine's going to be set to 22. And you're done. My cheesecake is done cooking, and now I'm going to take it out and put it in the fridge to let it cool. My cheesecake is done cooling overnight, and now I'm going to open it and set it aside while I make the topping. I'm going to be cutting up some Reese cups. Now I'm going to start placing the Reese cups on. Now I'll be drizzling the chocolate sauce onto the cheesecake. Now I can eat my cheesecake.